Hello and welcome back to Kuwait Motor Town here for race 4 in the Motor Town Gulf Prix, of course, with the Formula 4 Arabia cars on track once again. And as always, you have myself, Aaron Thompson, and Luca Felipe commentating.
Hello everybody, ready again for another race.
So we had a very, very interesting race 3 just a few hours ago, Luca. We saw finally the Kuwaiti in the light blue number 5 car, Sagar Al-Masherji, don his podium cap and get on top of the top step of the podium. Do you think we're going to see a repeat of that? Because the Kuwaiti is back in P9 for this race by virtue of his 4th fastest lap from qualifying, or is Solomon Zanfari and Andrei Petrovic at the front of the grid going to dominate this race?
So, it's really difficult to say because we have many drivers that have the real potential and the opportunity to score a podium finish or win the race. So, I think it's not going to be easy for Shakir, but after such a strong weekend and a really, I would say, like a dominating win, he could have a shot again, but he has to fight for it.
Yes, indeed. And let's go down to the pre-grid now for Machala Bilgessi's pre-grid interviews.
Here we are back on the grid, this time for the last race of this weekend. With this race, we are going to start with the quickest lap time the driver have made during qualifying. Still, try to get some words from the driver that are starting here in the last position on the grid. We are talking with Jabbar. Hello, Jabbar. How are you? Ready to go for the last dance? Okay, so again, getting better and better little by little. Every race is a little bit faster. What about this one? I mean, all the people in this part of the grid are starting with you stars, so you are with the same strategy. You think you can gain some position?
Hopefully, but since I'm starting last, I'm probably the calmest person currently. I think that's the most advantageous thing about my own position now.
Okay, good luck, Jabbar, for your race. So let's get some words also from Guancho Brabio, Filipino driver, a lot of experience with a small touring car. Now you want to step up and go with the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia. Hello, Guancho. How does it feel? I mean, last race here, 2 weeks of hard racing, and now you're going again on track for the most important race of the weekend.
I guess it's hard fun. Yeah.
Okay, Guancho, really good luck for your race and enjoyed it. Okay, just some more words from other driver. We are going to talk with Laura Villars, one of the girls of this championship. She joined the championship for the first race here in Kuwait. We have done already 2 weekends. This is the second weekend for you. Well, you show really a strong pace through the second part of this race, these 2 weekends. So what's your goal for this last race of Kuwait?
Last race to do my best and still improving and not getting pushed this time from anyone. And it's going to be a funny race.
Okay, good luck, Laura. Really good job. So let's have some more from Abdullah Al-Kubaizi. Abdullah, hello. How are you? How is the last race of this circuit? What are your expectations?
Position or maybe make an extra one, but my end goal is just to get into the points.
Okay.
Yeah.
So really solid achievement so far. You already scored points. Good luck for the last one. So let's get some more words from other drivers on the grid. We're going on to get some information from Sakir Al-Masherji. Sakir is local here. He just won the 3rd race today and is going for the last race here in his hometown. Hello, Sakir.
Hi.
So you're starting with used tires this time. The people in front of you will have a better tire. You're still trying to go for another podium?
I mean, a podium is difficult, but I'll try to stay as close as possible. Maybe they get penalties or something like that. And yeah, that's.
Good luck, Sakir. You've done a really good job today. So keep enjoying your home track. So let's go on to get some word from Faisal Al-Kabani from Saudi Arabia. Faisal has got one podium today. So this time with used tires. Faisal, what about your expectation from this race?
It's going to be some nice fighting. I think all the quick guys are up ahead. Everybody wants to go for the win, so I expect some tough battles and maybe some safety cars.
Thank you, Faisal. Good luck. So it's really all from my side. You can go ahead and enjoy the race.
Thank you very, very much, Marcello. That's the last time we'll hear from Marcello from this weekend, unfortunately, but he'll be back very soon for the Qatar Gulf Prix in just under a month's time. That's the 14th, 15th, and 16th of March down at the Lusail International Circuit in Qatar. In just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be getting away. In fact, in exactly 1 moment at 11:52, the pit lane will open and the cars will proceed on track for their sighting lap. They will go around the circuit one time and stop in their grid boxes. After they've stopped in their grid boxes for a period of 5 to 10 seconds, you will see the green lights go on, and as they go out, the cars will go around the track one more time for the formation lap. At the end of the formation lap, all cars will stop in their grid boxes for the last time of this weekend, and as all 5 lights go on and then extinguish, you will see us go underway for race 4 here at the Motortown Gulf Prix. And in just a moment, Salman Zanfari in the orange number 52 car will take us away for the start of the race. We saw in race 3 Salman struggling a bit on some very used tires, and it seems like, to me at least, like those look in a bit better condition. Luca, what do you think?
Yeah, sure. Top 5 drivers, they have very fresh tires. Actually, the tires from Petrovic are basically brand new, and but you know, all of them, they have very good tires. So I expect a fierce fight between turn 1, 1A, 1B, between those guys that you know, they are basically saving those tires for the last race. So it means that also you are putting a lot of effort to make sure that for this race you have everything you can in order to have an opportunity to win and bring home as many points as you can. So when you do that, then it means the pressure and the tension is a little bit on your shoulders, and it is rising up between these guys, and let's see what they will deliver.
Let's see, indeed, because this is the last chance they have to impress us this weekend before we move on to the Qatar Gulf Prix in just under a month's time. Coming down on track now, you can see the silver bullet of the silver number 7 car. Fantastic race from him last time around to hold on to 3rd spot ahead of Federico Al-Rafai. And I think I heard you mention that Andrej Petrovic is going to be on new tires, so he's going to have a very interesting race as well. But let's have a quick look around the circuit for one last time this weekend.
Yeah, he's a real nice circuit, really amazing. So after the start, we have to try and stay outside if you want to be in the inside for 1B, which is the chicane before this very long straight. Take the slipstream, attack in turn 2, then 3, 4 down the hill, and watch out, don't open the line too much in 6 because you may give somebody a try into the corner. Then in this very fast and long section where you have to carry a lot of speed, 19 flat out or almost flat out, and then hard braking into the last corner, down the hill, and then into the finish line.
Thank you very much, Luca. Another brilliant lap around of Kuwait Motortown there. We can see, of course, the drivers just catching up to you coming down the back straight now. And let's have a quick run through the starting grid before they take position on the grid itself. In first position, on pole position, we have Salman Zanfari in the orange number 52 car driving for Morocco. Alongside him, Andrej Petrovic. We know Andrej is on basically new tires, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens here between the two drivers In the top 2 spots, Kirill Kutskov and Oscar Woods are on the second row of the grid, and they are followed by Federico Al-Rafai and Hamda Al-Kubaisi. Omar Al-Darain and Faisal Al-Kubaini, the Saudi drivers, take up positions 7 and 8, while Sagar Al-Mashurji and Laura Villas round out the top 10. P11 is Abdullah Al-Kubaisi, and P12 Abdulaziz Abu Zanada, while John Shobrobio and Jabbar Al-Thani round out our grid. And unfortunately, Hamda Al-Kubaisi can't be here today because she's in Las Vegas for the F1 Academy, but she'll be back for Qatar, ladies and gentlemen, and it'll be fantastic to see her back on the grid as soon as possible. As you can see, though, all the cars taking position here for the end of the sighting lap, and in just a moment the green lights will flash at the front of the grid, and when that happens we'll have one more lap around the track, one last opportunity to get every degree of temperature you can into your tires to warm yourself up and prepare yourself for the start of the race. There you go, green lights are on and the cars are away. Down they go the main straight now, everybody weaving already, trying to get that longitudinal force, that latitudinal force I should say, into their tires to warm up the exterior of the tire. Luca Felipe, of course, coached me on exactly what to say here this weekend. Luca, last opportunity to get a good start off the line here. Is there anything they need to be doing differently? It is a little bit later in the day, 2 o'clock is going to be the start. Do they need to consider cooler temperatures or warmer temperatures or anything like that?
So they have to think about the procedure, because these cars, they have 3 pedals, like a regular car with a manual gearbox. Of course, the gearbox is the sequential paddle shift, so you use the clutch only to start or to stop when you stop in the garage, or if you spin you have to engage the clutch to keep the engine on. So what happens is that everybody uses the left foot to brake. So once the start is done, then you move your left foot onto the braking. So basically the feel with the clutch, it is something that you only needed for a proper launch, for a proper start. And but that is crucial, because that can really make a difference from a good race and a bad race. So what we teach them to the guys to have a good launch is that you stay when the third light or in sequence go on, then you go flat out with the throttle, and then with the clutch you start to feel where is the biting point. So this means that you start lifting the clutch a little bit until you feel the car is sort of trying to move. Then from then on you just wait with the clutch engaged at that level until it goes green. Not greens, but light off, so it means you start the race. In that phase you have two ways to release the clutch. One way it's quite quick, so not instant, but within 3-4 tenths of a second. So you try and make a little bit of wind spin, but not too much, and then you release the clutch fully, and then you should try and stay flat out. You have to have a very little wind spin in order not to risk stalling the car, which means just revs, RPM goes too down and the engine is off. You don't want to do that, of course, but on the other hand you don't want to release the clutch too slowly, because this in might affect more than anything your reaction time. So you have to be reactive, very quick, and that will give you an advantage in the first few meters. And that's it, really. Having a good start is crucial for these guys. They know it. So every time they go and they are behind the lights, the heart is pumping up hard, because you know that you have to do it right.
Yes, indeed. As we come down the back straight now, we can see all the cars coming around turn 20 on screen there, ladies and gentlemen. Omar Alderan in the yellow number 18 car. Fantastic race from him last outing to hold on to second position and score a lot of points there for Saudi Arabia, alongside his comrade Faisal Al-Gabani in the number 7, the Silver Bullet, who secured third position as well. All the cars now joining us on the starting grid for the start of the final race here this weekend, and in just a moment we will be underway. As you can see, it seems as if everybody is just pulling up into their final positions now at the back of the grid, and in a moment you'll see the lights go on. Once we have all 5 lights on and they extinguish, we will be underway, so bear with us for just a few more seconds before the start of the race. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights are on, and as they go out, we are underway. Looks like maybe a bit of a jump start there from the green car at the back of the grid, but a fantastic start from the red number 49 of Andrej Petrovic, who's launched himself up into the top spot and secured it before they even reached the first corner, as it looks like we're going too wide with Omar Alduran, and perhaps that is the purple number 8 of Amda Al-Khabaisi and the silver number 7 of Faisal Al-Kabani. As we come down now the second straight into turn 2, you can see Andrej Petrovic trying to break the toe. That's 2 moves there from Petrovic as he goes back and forth trying to shake off the orange number 52 of Solomon Zanfari. Down into turn 2 we come with Omar Al-Durani looking for a move on the inside, deciding against his Kirill, I believe that's Kirill Kutskov, tries to make a move as well, but he's just not quite close enough to the white number 11, number 10 of Federico Al-Rafai. He's sandwiched in between 2 white cars. There is the number 23 of Kirill Kutskov. In front of him he's got Federico Al-Rafai, and behind him the Austrian of Oscar Wirtz is number 11 car.
What a start from Oscar Wurz. Oscar Wurz really made a very good start, but these 5 guys at front, they all have fresh tires, new tires, and especially Petrovic had a fantastic launch in the very first 10 meters. He was able to go alongside Zanfari and make it stick on the inside. So really good stuff for him, that he has basically brand new tires.
Basically brand new tires, and that's what he used to catapult himself up into first position. But Solomon Zanfari is an experienced hand in these cars and is not going to let him get away with that easily at all. We've seen already that he's fighting his way back, looking for position at turn 2 earlier in the lap and holding on as close as he can here and in the first lap of the race. But it does seem as if Federico Al-Rafai is closing in on the orange number 52 of Solomon Zanfari and may try to make a move on this lap or the next lap. As we come down into the final corner of the first lap of the final race, we can see Hamda Al-Khabaisi got an excellent exit through turn 20, and she may be able to make a move on the silver bullet of Faisal Al-Kabani coming down the main straight. Now you can see everybody starting to section over into turn 1. They come down into turn 1 through turn 1A and 1B. Hamda tucking in behind the silver number 7 of Faisal Al-Kabani. Coming on the exit now of turn 1B, we can see the procession moving down the second straight into turn 2. This the next overtaking opportunity, a hard braking left-hander up the hill into the crest, down into the carousel of 3, 4 and 5. A very interesting section of track, and Hamda Al-Khabaisi having a look on the outside here at turn 2, but not quite close enough. She may be able to get a better exit though and switch back onto the inside at turns 3, 4 and 5. That would put her on the outside of turn 4 if she makes that maneuver. Not quite close enough, but she's going to switch again and have a look up the inside of turn 6, and just behind her in the light blue number 5 is Sagar Al-Masherji, who's going to try and take advantage of this and go around the outside at turn 6. That's a move we haven't seen yet. Outside of turn 6. Looks like you can do it anyway at turn 6 that you feel like.
Yeah, so he tried, but he had to back off, and now Amdash is really close to Faisal. Faisal, we have seen him struggling a little bit with the grip, both in turn 20 and also in turn 2, but it was good so far at defending, but now they are losing a little bit of time compared to the group ahead. Pushing really hard, the first 5 guys. We see some purple sectors coming up here and there, and all together they come in a group. It's so nice to see them battling closely. It means that really the level of these guys is really equal.
Coming down the back straight now, you can see the red number 49 of Andrej Petrovic leading the way ahead of the orange number 52 of Solomon Zanfari, and just behind them the number 10, the white car of Federico Al-Rafai. It looks to my eye at least that Federico Al-Rafai is closing in on the orange number 52 of Solomon Zanfari as they come across the start-finish line. The difference between the 2 cars, 0.6 of a second. Just behind them as well is Kirill Kutskov, only 0.495 a second, and in fact the fastest man on track at the moment with the 2:03.225. Kirill finding his time in sectors 1, 2 and 3, where he sets a personal best, a 34.208, a 43.811 and a 2:06. Fantastic lap there from Kirill Kutskov as he comes around and challenges, of course, Federico Alvarado for that third position. You can see how closely matched all the cars are as they come down the second straight now into turn 2. Nobody close enough to make even a look at an overtaking procedures to come up over the hill, down into 3, 4, and 5. Anybody trying to make a move here would have to be a lot closer than 4/10 of a second away to make it stick as we come around the sliding left-hander of turn 6. Luca Philippe, where can Solomon Zanfari try to make a move on the man in front of him, Andrei Petrovic, because he's 0.6 of a second behind, and where can he find his time and catch up to him?
Well, they are all 5, all 4, or 6 even, in a very similar pace, and when the gap between the drivers is so close, it's really difficult to make a move. You have to maximize potentially a mistake from the guy in front, try and stay close to him and induce the guy in front, induce him to a little mistake, and then maybe try, because until you don't have a drop of the tire, it's really difficult, especially the top 4, they're so close. Oscar, it looks like he made a slight mistake in the first sector, the opening sector of this lap, because he lost a little bit of contact, but then for the rest of the lap it was okay, it was quite fast. So let's see, maybe just sometimes a little bit of a curb or a wheel spin or gear change. So he's still in the slipstream, so he can still get close to them, but the lap time are very consistent all together within a few tenths of a second.
At 2:02.950 for Petrovic, at 2:03.232, at 2:03.165, at 2:03.222, 2:03.452. Everybody in the top 5 is within a couple of tenths of a second away from each other as they come down now, with the number 99 of Abdulaziz Abu Zanada and the number 9 of Abdullah Kabesi making moves down into turn 1 and 1A and 1B, as the orange number 9 of Abdullah Al-Kabesi seals the door on the green number 99 of Abdulaziz Abu Zanada. And at the same time, another Kabesi is making moves on track. This is Amr Al-Kabesi in the purple number 8 car, gaining 1 position on the silver bullet, the number 7 of Faisal Al-Kabani here at turn 2. Coming up over the crest and down into turns 3, 4, and 5. This carousel section of the track as they come back into the sweeping left-hander of turn 6. It looks like Hamda Al-Kabesi has sealed that position, and behind her now Sagar Al-Mashirj is going to start challenging the silver bullet for the 8th place position that he now maintains. Coming into the flat out section of the track now. This is turns 8, 9, 10, and 11. All the way with your foot through down to the end of the floor at full throttle, all the way down into turns 12, 13, 14, and 15, the right-handed section of the track. Where's the breaking point here for turn 12, Luca?
So for turn 12, you don't really brake when you arrive under, there is a bridge. When you arrive under the bridge, you have a lift, and you have a partial lift that you go from 100% of throttle down to 50%, hold from the entry to the apex, and when you are at the apex of 12, you can go back flat out. And then you do 13 flat out, and when you are at the apex of 14, you have a very slight touch on the brake, down to 5th, and then back on power for turn 15.
Is Andre managed to carve out a little bit of a lead for himself? Perhaps not. He was about 9/10 of a second in the last lap, and a little bit less now, 0.89 of a second this time around. It seems like Solomon is hanging in there, although Federico Alvarado all over the back of the orange car. The last time around he was 0.6 of a second behind him. Now he's 0.49 of a second behind him, finding his time seemingly in the second sector, where he was about 1/10 of a second faster than the orange number 52. Coming down the second straight now, it seems like Federico is getting closer and closer, but he is just not quite close enough to make a move on the Moroccan driver, not at least at this opportunity, as they come up over the crest of the hill and down into turns 3, 4, and 5. This is a fantastic section of the track we've seen again and again and again, as Andrei Petrovic now leading us around in the red number 49 car. Andrei having driven a fantastic race so far, got an excellent launch at the beginning, at the starting lights, and he's just led from there, trying to build a bit of a lead for himself at the moment, as we said, a 0.885 gap from him to Solomon Zanfari, but Solomon is very fast indeed. His last lap of 2:03.093, Andre's last lap of 2:03.113, so they're within 0.02 of a second of each other, and they are pushing hard indeed, as we see morning from race control for car number 99. That's the green car of Abdulaziz Abu Zanada for track limits multiple times this morning. He's come out now is the message, so he's not got a lot of opportunity left, and he's fighting at the moment for position with Abdullah Al-Kubaisi in the orange number 9 car, so he's got to watch out for that as well.
Well, I mean, this is a very intense race, and so far clean race, a bit similar to what we have seen in the opening of the weekend, but the difference is that the drivers' position are a bit reshuffled, so it's good to see that we have different drivers that are able to stay within the top position, and having those 6 guys, they are literally within 0.2 of a second, all 6, and this means really they are pushing each other as hard as possible. You cannot do any mistake, because now they are so close that a single mistake you can drop 1-2 positions easily.
Yes, we've seen it before where somebody was challenging for position and the guy behind them took over 2 cars in front of him and really leapfrogged his way up the order. And it does look like, however, that Federico Alrafai in that white number 10 car is getting closer. He's decreased the gap to 0.462 of a second, which is only a gain of maybe a couple of hundredths of a second here. But the closer you get, of course, the easier it is to make an overtake, and 0.4 seconds, that's about the kind of margin you're looking at where you can start to see an opportunity come to life.
Yeah, the other thing they also have to be aware of is the track limits, because when you have potentially a green race like this, you might have to watch out.
And watch out indeed is the word at the moment, as the green number 99 of Abdulaziz Abu Zanada is under fire from the red number 77 of Juan Cho Robio coming down the carousel now. Juan Cho looks like he's going to switch back and have a look up the inside at turn 6. Can he make a move stick? No, he can't. He doesn't have enough momentum to get through, and it looks like Jabir Al-Thani is putting his hat in the ring as well for that position as we come around turns 17 and 18 now into the final section of the track.
Yeah, so regarding the lead group, we now have Federico Alrafai really close to Zanfari, and while Petrovic is really pushing hard at the moment. While in this other group, we also have a fierce fight with both Juancho and Jabor as well, trying to gain a position over Abdulaziz Abu Zanada.
Coming down the main straight now, you can see the red number 45 of the Serbian driver, Andrej Petrovic, leading us here with 4 laps left to go. All he has to do is hold on for 4 more laps. But Solomon Zanfari is the man under fire at the moment. That orange car on the right-hand side of your screens, ladies and gentlemen, is being clouded by the number 10 car, the Federico Alrafai driven white vehicle just in the middle of your screens at the moment. Is he going to be close enough on this lap to have a look up the inside at turn 2? The gap as they cross the start-finish line, 0.432 of a second. The lap time difference less than that, I believe, only 0.03 of a second, with Zanfari doing a 2:03.0633, and the driver behind him only 300 seconds slower. But was that Zanfari oversteer?
Yeah, Federico, just when he went on the curb, literally he had the rotation of the car that you can really even hear the screaming of the tire, but he nailed it. Like he didn't have to correct much. It was just like a rotation of the curb when there is the compression. But I mean, it's one of those things that when you are a driver and you are focused, it's like a dance. But looking from the outside, you know that it's not an easy thing to do.
This fight now really starting to advantage Andrej Petrovic, who has gained a 1.472 second lead over the men behind him. So this is, of course, fantastic news for Serbia, and will give him an excellent opportunity to maintain the race lead as the orange and white cars fight for second position. And just behind them,
oh, Zanfari out on the curb,
out wide on the curb there. And is he going to maintain his position, or will he lose momentum? Will Federico Alrafai be able to capitalize on this? It looks like Federico is very close indeed, coming down the back straight into the ultimate corner of the track. Will he have a look up the inside, decides against it, tucks in behind the orange car, and he's going to have such a fantastic launch off the exit of this corner. Slipstream the whole way down the main straight and maybe make a move into turn 1, seal the deal through turn 1B. Is he going to have a look? Is he going to peek out, or is he going to maintain in that position? Looks like he's going to keep himself tucked in behind the orange car there and try to slipstream all the way down to turn 2. Such a huge advantage this will be for him if he can do this just right. He's going to position himself perfectly for the perfect overtaking opportunity coming down into turn 2, and it seems like that's exactly what he has planned. Tucked in behind the orange car, following him, not allowing him to break the slipstream. There he goes, making his move. He's going to go around the outside of turn 2. Can the orange number 52 push him out just a little bit wide while leaving him space to keep racing? Pushes him out all the way off track there as they go down up over the crest, down into carousel through 3, 4 and 5, and that is a lost opportunity there for the white number 10 car of Federico Al-Rifai.
So now it looks like Zamfari has a little bit of understeer in the corner, so you can see that he's going a little bit wide from the middle to the exit, while Federico is more of a neutral car. You see the rear sliding a little bit, but it seems like a little faster at the moment. So well, from now, yeah, we see Zamfari that in the middle of the corner is a little off the line, and it goes over the exit curb.
Big launch.
So we know that these curbs are okay for GT cars, but of course for Formula cars, if you go with the car in the middle of the curb underneath the bottom of it, is not ideal, because you have basically two wheels outside, and also Federico does the same thing. Two wheels on the outside of it and two wheels on the curbs, and then you have the monocoque that is bottoming at the bottom.
The monocoque that's bottoming at the bottom, okay.
Yeah,
As we come down the back straight now, let's have a look into turn 20 with car number 11. That's Oscar Woods driving for Australia. Oscar, not the best weekend once again. I mean, he has the car under him, he has the pace, he's showing time and time again, but he just gets really unlucky with some of these little scraps, and that may have frustrated him this weekend, but not to worry, he's back on track, pushing as hard as he can. Top 5 finish if things stay as they are, and I'm sure he's not intending to let Kirill Kutskov get away with 4th place easily at all.
Yeah, 2 laps to go, so if you wanna do it, you have to do it now, because otherwise the last lap, then if you are in front, then you will defend in any ways you have.
Coming down now through the carousel, turns 3, 4 and 5, you can see on track the positions remain the same, with Andrei Petrovic leading us around, and Salomon Zanfari and Federico Al-Rifai still battling it out for 2nd position, while Kirill Kutskov and Oscar Wurz fight themselves for 4th and 5th. Coming around turn 7 now, and then into the flat out snaking section of turns 8, 9, 10 and 11, we can see that Andrei Petrovic has lengthened his lead to 2.186 seconds his last lap at 2:03.952, while Solomon Zanfari just behind him did a 2:04.141. Interesting low is Federico Al-Rifai did 0.2 of a second better than that, better than Solomon, at 2:04.377. So Federico all over the back of that orange car, despite both of them going out on various laps and having various excursions over these curbs. They are continuing to fight, and we'll see that at any moment as they come down the back straight now. There may be an overtaking opportunity here at turn 20. As Luca has said, 2 laps left to go, so come on, Freddie. If you're going to do it, it's the time to do it.
It's very close. In the meantime, Petrovic, he has done, wow, a fantastic race so far. 1 lap to go. Really perfect driving for him so far.
This is really exactly what he wanted his weekend to end up with as well. He had a tough start to the season last weekend, but he's put it all together and improved and improved and improved every single race. I think he's actually been on every single podium with his consistency, and now he's up there on the top step, and I think this is going to make things very, very, very interesting for the championship standings. Indeed, as we come down the second straight now, you can see the orange car of Solomon Zanfari in second position. Just behind him, the number 10 car, Federico Al-Rifai. Ladies and gentlemen, these two, the championship leaders in the championship order, and they may just make things very interesting indeed for us, as Federico Alberfai is going to have another look very soon indeed as they come around down the carousel. 3, 4 and 5. Sweeping left-hander of turn 6 is next up. It's a very, very difficult place to overtake. Federico Alberfai having a bit of a look, a slightly different line there from the orange car in front of him as he comes around and tries to position himself for an overtake, perhaps on the exit of turn 7 as they come down into the flat-out snaking section of turns 8, 9, 10 and 11. The next overtaking opportunity perhaps turns 18 and 19, or even turn 20, because this is such a fantastic section of the track, but it is almost flat out, so it's very, very difficult to make a move stick. You can see, however, Federico Alberfai is not listening to me, because what do I know, but the white car, the number 10 car, Federico Alberfai, all over the back of the orange number 52. This is for the championship lead, ladies and gentlemen. If Federico can get in front of that orange car, he's going to have a very, very, very good weekend indeed. And you can see Andrej Petrovic, as well as the leader of the race, continuing to go and build his lead at the front of the gap at the moment at 2.125 seconds. He's secure, but now penultimate corner of the race, we're coming down the back straight. Can Solomon Zanfari defend his position, or will Federico Alberfai, the Italian driving with the UAE license, manage to make a move in through turn 20? At the moment on screen we see the red number 549 of Andrej Petrovic, the Serbian driver, taking the race lead, and as we cross the start-finish line, it is Solomon Zanfari in second position and Federico Alberfai in third position, ahead of Kirill Kutskov and Oscar Woods, rounding out the top 5. Sixth overall is Omar Alderani, and just behind him the purple number 8 of Amda Al-Kabaisi, followed closely by Sagar Al-Mashurj.
Fantastic race by Petrovic. Really, before the race he was asking his engineer, how can I be first in the championship when we go away from here? And he said, just win the race and then let's see. And he did it. And he really wanted to win the race. He was really motivated. He said that, he had few podiums, but now he wanted to have a top step of a podium. And wow, what a race. He was really motivated and he executed perfectly.
Well, talking about podiums, I think that's my cue to head down to the podium, Lucas, so I hope you take care of the ladies and gentlemen. And for me, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you again very soon.
Thank you, Aaron. So, really looking forward to see these guys on the podiums for the last time this weekend, and for the last time in Kuwait for a while, let's say. Hopefully we'll come back here soon. It's the second weekend in a row that we've been racing here in Kuwait. Kuwait has been great to us. We have had amazing racing, amazing battles, and many different drivers on the podiums. And also this weekend we had a few different winners, because we had Saker Al-Mosherji in race 3, we had Petrovic just now, we had Zanfari in race 1, and Federico Alberfai in race 2. So 4 different winners in 4 races. That is an explanation on the level of the championship, how much is leveled between these guys, also because they get equal cars, equal setups, just have a small adjustability of a balance that you can deal with your engineer in order just to make sure that the driver can feel he can suit the setup of the car within his driving style, but mostly of the setup is same for everybody. So with the equal cars, then these guys can just think about the racing, can improve themselves, and can enjoy moments like this, moments where you deliver and do your best. And one of those moments that in motorsport you will remember for the rest of your life. It's his first win in single-seaters, first win in motor racing after karting. But this guy is a karting world champion from Rotax senior category, which is, you know, most competitive category in the Rotax championship. And yeah, I mean, must be really pleasing finishing a weekend like this. It came last week when he arrived. Andrej He had basically zero experience in single-seaters. With his engineer, they were able to develop such a better relationship within 2 weeks, so must be also one of those things that that make these moments even more sweet. So he has friends and family with him. And then again, 4 different winners in 4 races. He has been congratulated by Peter Thompson, now he's with Luke Thompson. Thompson family, they are the promoter of this Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship certified by FIA, and with their long family history in motorsport, back in the 80s with Formula Opel Lotus, then Formula 3 and many other different formulas, then in GP2 Asia with myself, vice champions, and then back in Far East Asia with the Formula BMW Championship, Formula Renault 3.5, and then Formula 4 Southeast Asia, and finally in Middle East for the very first motor racing championship ever from Saudi Arabia, and we will race all around the area. We started in Bahrain with the trophy event, then 2 times here in Kuwait for the first round of the championship. We will be in Qatar for the 3rd round, and then Jeddah, Saudi Arabia for the last 2 rounds of the first season, of the opening season of this championship. Several different drivers on the podiums, 4 different winners, but same cars, same chassis, same engine, same tires, same setup, and same opportunities, same amount of set of tires. And this is giving all the drivers the opportunity to shine. And it has been a couple of weeks where we were able to discover all the talents from these guys, and we want to hear what these 3 podium finishers has to say. Marcello.
Just turning your body to face.
Guarda un po' verso di me, perfetto. Here we are with the second step on the podium, Suleiman Zanfari. Another good result from you. Well, you think that the moment where you lost the race was at the start?
No, I did a good start, just he was faster. Then the whole race I was pushing like a maniac and I didn't give up. So I mean, I had dirt here. This is why my tires were a bit, I struggled a bit. But we work hard the next time and we keep pushing and we never give up.
Really good attitude. But what about the championship? I mean, at the end, still good point for this championship battle, but look like there are many people now that can fight for this championship.
Well, I think this championship is tight. We try to do our maximum, maximize the points and score points in each round.
Thank you very much. Really, really good race. Okay, here we are with Andrei Petrovic. Well, you dressed up with Serbian scarf and flag. So, well, you said it actually last day, I guess, where you said, going always better, I'm going for the win sooner or later, maybe the last one, and there you are.
Yeah, you know, I always want to go for the win. Before I set my expectations, first weekend, first round, 1 podium, second round, 1 win. I think I exceeded them a little bit. I think the pace was really good, and I'm really happy to get my first win.
How did you make the start so good, arriving already ahead at the first corner?
Yeah, in the first race yesterday, my start was not good, and I think I needed a little bit of time to get used to the clutch, but then I really inspected it a lot. I spent like 1 hour looking at the onboards videos, and I found the perfect solution to get a good start. So in the last 3 races, I got a really good start.
So I guess you're not going to share with the other driver the perfect solution for the start.
After the championship ends.
Okay, really, really good job, Andrei. Congratulations. and a little bit late with third position one more time on the podium. Well, Federico Arifai, really solid race again. You were fighting with Suleiman all the race. It looked like you were trying to go on the inside, on the outside, but you never had that momentum to overtake him.
Yeah, it was a tough race. We started P5, had a good start, but after I was chasing down Suleiman the whole race, it was hard to get by. I had 2 opportunities, just wasn't quite enough to get by, and yeah, it was a close race though.
Anyway, it's still a good podium for your championship, and like I said, even to the other driver, seems like a lot of people can fight for this championship.
Yeah, it's very spread out. Also, thanks to the reverse grids, everyone has an opportunity to do well. So yeah, everyone can fight for it.
Congratulations, Federico. Another really good podium for you.
So we heard from the top 3.
Good.
And it has been a really tough race, really amazing race. Andrei Petrovic, winner of today, and Suleiman Zamfari in second, only shine of 1.7 seconds away. And on his tail, Federico Arifai in P3 on the podium, Kirill Kutskov, 4th position, and Oscar Wurz in 5th position. So all these guys really close, but also Omar Anderayan in 6th was part of this group. All these guys with a very similar rhythm, a very similar pace, so can't wait to see them back in action in Qatar. Position 7 for Abdal Kubaisi, position 8 for Sakel Al-Mosherji from Kuwait, winner of race 3, Faisal Al-Kabani on the podium in race 3 in P9. Abdullah Al-Kubaisi in 10th position after a really nice maneuver over Laura Villers and on Guancho Proprio as well. Laura in 11th and Jabor Altani in 12th. Abdulaziz Abuzenada 13th and Guancho Proprio after a spin he finished in the 14th place. So we have seen 2 types of racing this weekend, race 1 and 4. They were very clean racing, down on pace, where the start positions indicated who wanted to try and make the pace. And since then we have seen a fierce fight, but more on the stopwatch rather than on track. This is what is seen today, and also today in race 4, but also yesterday in race 1. And here we see on the back of the field how they fighting, and Federico Arifai trying to get the position from Suleiman Zamfari. Suleiman Zamfari had a warning over track limits, but he managed to finish in 2nd place. Spin from Guancho, and here you see how close the leading group from P1 to P6 all together with the winner of today, Andrei Petrovic. So I was saying we've seen 2 different types of racing, race 1, race 4, and then race 2 and 3 with a lot of fight, a lot of action, with also different drivers on the podium. And definitely we have seen so many different camera angles from turn 1A and 1B, and we want to see another one because this is where all the action is in the opening lap of the race, because from turn 1 before going to the long straight we go into a chicane, which is 4th gear or 3rd gear for the left hand side, and then 3rd for the right hand side. What a start from Andrei Petrovic, what a start, fantastic start. He nailed it, and he goes into P1. And then we have Omar Alderayan on the inside, gaining 6th position. And then Petrovic in the opening lap trying to break the toe in order to stay ahead of everybody, and he did. And he did for the whole race with an incredible pace. Suleiman Zamfari in 2nd, and then Federico Arifai up to P3. Kirill Kutskov in P4, Wurz 5th, Alderaan in 6th. And this is how it was in the opening lap, with Zamfari really close to Petrovic, but Petrovic just had to keep his head down. He had new tires. He just needed to bring the tires up on temperature, and then he just went for a win. He just was able to improve and increase the gap 1/10 of a second or two per lap, not more, just a little bit. And here you see how good the start in the very first 20 meters. And that start is what gave him the opportunity to clinch this victory. Who knows if he was second in the first corner, if he was still able to somehow bring this win home. He definitely wanted it, and he made it in style with a very good pace. So this is what Formula 4 Saudi Arabia is about. Two different type of races that we see over the weekend. Two races that based on qualifying performance, and two based on the reverse grid, but you still have to be within the 4 seconds gap in order to qualify for the reverse grid. So this has been phenomenal for the opportunity that these guys have. Also the guys that had opportunity to start ahead for the reverse grid, they were able to benefit from being in the lead group, also for their learning skills, for them to see the lines and the speed that some of the fastest drivers they were applying in different corners. In fact, we have seen some amazing improvements and good results for also the guys that they couldn't fight for podiums, but still they made really big improvements through this double header here in Kuwait. 20 different corners that provides so much action. Actually, it's even more than 20 if we consider that we do the additional chicane, which is the longest layout of this circuit. So it's now time for the podium to Aaron Thompson with the top 3 finishes and the top 3 rookies.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the podium celebration of race 4 here for the Motortown Gulf Prix. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. And in 3rd place overall, we have Federico Raffi! And in 2nd place overall, we have Suleiman Zanfari! And standing atop the top step of the podium for the first time, we have Andrei Petrovic! And now for the first place trophy presentation by Mr. Isa Hamza, President of the KIAC. And now for the 2nd place trophy presentation by Mr. Peter Thompson. And the 3rd place trophy presentation, please. Can the presenters please now join us for a quick photo opportunity? Thank you very much. for the rookie podium presentation. And in third position, we have Omar Aldrin. And in second position, we have Kutskov. And the top step one final time this weekend, Andrei Petrovich. And now for the first place trophy presentation by Mr. Isa Hamza, the president of the KIAC. And now the second place trophy presentation, please. And now the third place trophy presentation, please. Thank you very, very much, everybody, for joining us once again. And with that, we conclude the podium celebration for this event.
So, thank you, Aaron. And so, this is the last podium of this event in Kuwait. So, thank you, everybody. It's been couple of weeks here in Kuwait. We had round 1 and round 2 of the Fórmula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship certified by FIA. Thank you everybody involved, from all the mechanics and the engineers from Altakilat, Meritus GP, everybody involved in the TV broadcasting, Greenlight TV, and everybody. Thanks a lot. See you next round in Qatar. And thanks all the drivers for behaving quite well, I would say, this weekend. For sure better than the last one. And so I'll see you in Qatar for the round 3 of the season, and then we'll be followed up by round 4 and 5 in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Thank you everybody from Luca Filippi. See you next time.